all and welcome to Python for Beginners Day 3 class. In this particular section, we are going to learn about defining a function. Suppose in our program we want to use a function repeatedly or more than once. At that time we have to write the function over and over. Whenever we need, we have to write that function. So it will make our program lengthy and it will consume more time. So in order to avoid that, we can use function definition. So whenever we want to use the same function repeatedly or over and over again, we just need to call that function only. Okay, that's where we use function definition. So let's see how it works. Oh, what is the syntax? This is the general syntax for function definition. Okay. Uh, First we have to write def. Def is the keyword. Def. Then we have to give a function name. Whatever name we want, we can put function name. Then inside parenthesis or bracket, we have to pass the arguments. So parameters, whatever the number of parameters depend on our program. 1, 2, 3, whatever, how much we want, we can give. Okay, we have to give the parameters, then put colon. Then next line, we have to define the function. After defining the function, we come out of this function and we'll just call the function. Whenever we want to use call the function, we have to call the function with the same function name. Okay, let's see how it works. This is the example I'm given. First we have to write the keyword def, then function name. I'm given the function name addition. Then inside parenthesis, I have passed two parameters a comma b. Then put colon. Then I want c equal to a plus b. I want the sum of these two numbers. So c equal to a plus b. Then I want the return c. Return is the keyword. In last exercise or last class, I told that return will be taken in a function definition. Return is a keyword, so it will return the output whatever we want. In whichever variable we store, we will return that. Return is the keyword. Okay, so we want to return c. Then here I write addition 3 comma 5. So this add means this is the function code. Okay. Call function. Okay, so it will call this function. It will check the entire program where this function is defined called addition. So it will go here and addition a comma b, c equal to a plus b. So this value 3 plus 5 will be stored in the value c. Then the next statement is return c. So the value 8 will be returned. So I write another function. Define multiplication a comma b, c equal to a into b, return c, multiplication 3 comma 5. It will give 3 into 5, 15. Another function square, def square of a, b equal to a into a, square of a equal to a into a, so it will return b square of 10. Okay, very simple. If you have any doubt, you can comment it on our comment section. Okay, then main thing, this in a function definition, we are passing the parameters or the arguments. So there are two types of arguments. One is positional argument and the other one is keyword argument. Let's see what's the difference. Okay, here I am defined the function def test a comma b. Inside that, if a greater than b, print a minus b, else print b minus a. Then test 4 comma 5. I call this function test with the values 4 comma 5. So by default, this a will take the value 4 and b will take the value 5. And it will check a greater than b, 4 greater than 5, no. So it will go to else but print b minus a. So b minus a means 5 minus 4 equal to 1. It will give this value 5 minus 4, 1. Okay, by default, if you are giving like this, it will take the value first one, first, second one, second, like that. So A will take 4, B will take the value 5. Suppose, so this is called the positional argument, A comma B. This is the positional argument. And I will tell you the difference with keyword argument. Here, def test a comma b. If a greater than b, print a minus b, else print b minus a. Test, then I have written b equal to 5, a equal to 9. I changed the order. Here in definition I wrote a first and b second, but in while calling the function I wrote b equal to 5 and a equal to 9. So the position, while calling the function, the position doesn't matter, but I assigned the value b equal to 5 and a equal to 9. So this is called the keyword argument. This is called the keyword argument. So while calling the function, we can change the order, or even if we don't want to change the order, we can write it as it is, a equal to 9, b equal to 5. That doesn't matter. So if while calling the function, we are assigning the values with the parameters, then that is called the keyword argument. So first it will check whether if a greater than b, a is 9, b is 5, so 9 greater than 5, so it will print a minus b, 9 minus 5, 4. Okay, so that's the keyword argument. And let's see, here I am defining a function def test a comma b equal to 4. By default I gave the value b equal to 4, and if a greater than b, print a minus b, else print a b minus a. And while calling the function, I didn't mention any parameters or the values. So while running the output, it will give the error, test missing one required positional argument. For b it's no problem, because for b we already gave the value, but for a we didn't give any value, so it will give the uh, required positional argument error. Suppose def test a comma b equal to 4, and while calling the function I write b equal to 5 and a equal to 8. So here even if we define we by default we give the value b equal to 4, while calling we give b equal to 5, so it will take the value b equal to 5. That's why if a greater than b, b equal to 5 and a equal to 8, so no, else print b minus a. Sorry, a greater than b is correct, because a 8 greater than 5, so it will give the value 8 minus 5, 3. Actually we defined b equal to 4 here, but it will take the value uh, which is given in the calling function. So we will take the value 5. So I hope you understand the difference between positional and keyword argument. You have to understand that. So while calling, if you are writing like a equal to something, b equal to something like that, if you are writing, then that is called the keyword argument. And if you are not writing like this, and only while defining we are writing a comma b, and while calling we didn't write like the arguments, then that is called positional arguments. uh, I think that's clear for you. Next thing is lambda function. Lambda function is very simple. It also works the same way as a function definition, but it have to be repeatedly used whenever we want to use. It will be executed in single line itself. This is the general syntax. Lambda, then lambda is the keyword, then arguments colon expression. These arguments we have to pass, and expression also we have to pass. Lambda is only the keyword. Just see the example. Here a equal to lambda, lambda is the keyword. See here lambda, then arguments. I pass only one argument x, then colon, then expression. I want the expression square. For this same function def square, I am using this x into x. Then I call a of 10. So for this x, it will give the value 10. So x into x is my expression. So it will give 100. Or suppose x equal to lambda of a comma b. Here I pass two arguments, and the expression is a plus b. Then x of 10 comma 4. So A will take the value 10, B will take the value 4. 10 plus 4 is 14. It will give the value 14. Very simple. So lambda statement will be executed in less time. So whenever we want to use only once the same expression we want to use only once, then we will go with lambda function. Otherwise, we will go with function definition, like defining a function. If you want to use multiple times, then we will define a function and call whenever we want. But if you want only once, then we'll go with lambda function, and lambda function execution time will be less. So I think this topic is clear for you. And if you have any doubt, you can comment it on comment section. If you like this video, please do subscribe, like, share with your friends. Thank you.